Your neighbors are going to walk past your yard this August and stop. Not because you bought the biggest plants at the garden center, not because you spent your entire weekend digging, but because you made one smart decision this June while everyone else thought the planting season was already over. 11 perennials, 1 hot month, and a yard that keeps building color long after the spring gardens have faded. June planting is different. The soil is warm, the days are longer, and container-grown perennials can establish beautifully if you choose heat-tough plants and water them correctly. This is not the month for fragile experiments. This is the month for strong roots, drought-ready foliage, pollinator flowers, and plants that can handle summer pressure without collapsing. So do not waste June staring at empty beds and telling yourself you will fix them next year. Here is exactly what to plant right now. Plant 1. Purple coneflower. If you want one June perennial that looks expensive, feeds pollinators, survives neglect, and still comes back stronger next year, start here. Purple coneflower, Echinacea purpurea, is the kind of plant that makes a bare, sunny border look intentional in one season. Picture tall, sturdy stems rising above rough green leaves, each one holding a daisy-shaped flower with drooping petals in purple, rose, white, orange, red, or even warm yellow, depending on the cultivar. In the center is that raised, spiky cone, almost like a little bronze beehive. Bees work it constantly. Butterflies land on it like they were invited. And when the flowers fade, the seed heads keep standing, feeding finches and other small birds later in the season. This is why purple coneflower is perfect for June. It naturally blooms through summer, right when your garden needs height, color, and movement. It loves full sun, handles well-drained soil, and once established, it becomes far tougher than most people expect from something that looks this pretty. Here is the part most gardeners miss. Do not baby it with rich, wet soil. Coneflowers perform best when they are allowed to grow firm, deep roots instead of being spoiled at the surface. Plant it, water deeply, mulch lightly, and then let it learn the ground. In a few seasons, one clump can become a small colony, and every seed head you leave standing gives the garden a chance to multiply for free. Tell me in the comments right now, do you have one sunny spot that looks empty every summer no matter what you plant there? Because if you do, purple coneflower may be the first June decision that finally changes it. Plant 2 daylily. If June heat makes you nervous, daylily is the plant that proves some perennials are built for tough conditions. It does not need perfect soil, perfect weather, or constant attention. Give it sun, decent drainage, and deep watering while it establishes, and it starts working. Daylilies produce arching green leaves and flower stems in orange, yellow, red, peach, pink, cream, purple, and bicolor combinations. Each flower usually lasts only one day, but a healthy plant keeps sending up new buds so the color continues in waves. June is a smart time to plant container-grown daylilies because many varieties are just entering their main bloom season. Plant them in the cooler part of the day. Mulch lightly, and water at the root zone. The long-term value is even better. Every few years, one clump can be divided into several new plants. That means one purchase can slowly fill an entire border. One warning: daylilies are toxic to cats. If cats roam your garden, skip this plant or place it where they cannot reach it. Plant daylily in June, and your garden gets color that keeps coming back. Plant 3 bee balm. If you want your June garden to feel alive, plant bee balm. This is the perennial that brings movement. The flowers are bold, bright, and shaped perfectly for hummingbirds. Bee balm, or Monarda didyma, blooms in red, pink, purple, lavender, and white. Its tubular flowers attract hummingbirds, bees, and butterflies, turning an ordinary bed into a busy summer feeding station. This plant belongs in the warm season garden. It likes full sun to part sun, moist but well-drained soil, and enough space for air to move around the leaves. Once established, bee balm can spread by underground stems, so give it room to build a colony. The leaves are aromatic because bee balm is in the mint family. Some gardeners use them for tea, and the scent makes the plant especially nice near a porch, path, or seating area. The main issue is powdery mildew, especially in humid weather. To reduce it, water at the base, avoid crowding the plants, and choose stronger varieties like Jacob Klein or raspberry wine. Plant bee balm in June, and your garden will not just have flowers, it will have hummingbirds, bees, butterflies, and life. Plant 4 Black-Eyed Susan. If your June garden needs instant summer energy, this is the plant that brings it. Black-Eyed Susan does not whisper. It glows. Golden yellow petals surround a dark center so bold that even one clump can make a tired border look alive again. Rudbeckia is perfect for June because it loves full sun, handles heat well once established, and blooms when many spring flowers are already finished. Plant it now from a healthy nursery pot. Water deeply for the first few weeks, and give it room to widen. By midsummer, those yellow flowers can turn a plain bed into a bright, cheerful focal point. The best part is how reliable it becomes. Once rooted, Black-Eyed Susan needs very little attention. It can tolerate dry periods better than many softer perennials, and it often spreads slowly by clump growth or self-seeding. That means one plant can become several over time. For a cleaner look, deadhead spent flowers. But if you want birds in your garden, leave some seed heads standing later in the season. Finches and other small birds will use them as natural food. Plant Black-Eyed Susan in June, and your yard does not look late. It looks like summer finally arrived. Plant 5 Yarrow. If you have one dry, ugly, stubborn spot where nothing seems happy, plant yarrow there. This is not a delicate perennial. It actually performs better in poor, dry, well-drained soil than in rich soil that has been spoiled with too much fertilizer. Yarrow, or Achillea millefolium, gives you flat clusters of flowers in yellow, white, pink, coral, red, and soft pastels. The leaves are feathery, aromatic, and slightly silvery, which makes the plant look beautiful even before the flowers open. June is a smart time to plant yarrow because it can handle summer heat once it settles in. Plant it in full sun, water deeply while the roots establish, then step back. Too much water and too much feeding can make it floppy. Tough conditions make it stronger. Yarrow also brings real garden value. Bees, hoverflies, lacewings, and other beneficial insects visit the flowers, helping your garden feel more balanced and alive. Deer and rabbits usually avoid the scented foliage. Over time, yarrow can spread by roots and self-seeding. Divide it when the clump gets too large, and you get free plants for other dry corners of your yard. Plant yarrow in June, and your worst soil may become your most useful garden space. Plant 6 catmint. If deer keep treating your garden like a free buffet, catmint is one of the smartest June perennials you can plant. It looks soft and beautiful, but it solves a tough problem. Catmint, especially Nepeta Walker's low, forms a low mound of silvery green foliage covered with lavender blue flowers. It spills naturally over pathways, borders, and driveway edges, making the garden look relaxed but intentional. June is a good time to plant it because catmint handles sun, heat, and dry conditions once established. Plant it in full sun, give it well-drained soil, and water deeply during the first few weeks. After that, it becomes much less demanding than many summer flowers. The secret is the scent. The aromatic foliage is pleasant to gardeners, but usually unattractive to deer and rabbits. That means the plant itself works almost like a living repellent. After the first heavy bloom, cut the plant back by about half. It may look harsh for a moment, but within a few weeks it grows back fresh and often gives you a second wave of flowers. Bees love catmint too, so with one plant you get color, pollinators, drought tolerance, and deer resistance. Plant catmint in June, and your border becomes softer, fuller, and harder for deer to destroy. Plant 7 Hardy geranium. First, this is not the bright annual geranium you see in plastic pots every spring. That one is usually pelargonium, and it dies when frost arrives. Hardy geranium, also called cranesbill, is a true perennial. It comes back, spreads slowly, and gives you real long-term value. This is one of the best June choices for gardeners with difficult spaces. If you have dry shade under a tree, a bare edge along a path, or a low area that needs soft ground cover, hardy geranium can handle conditions that defeat many prettier-looking plants. Look for varieties like Biokovo for soft white flowers with a pink blush, or Carmina for deeper rose pink. The foliage stays attractive for a long season, and in fall, many types turn warm bronze or red, giving the garden one more quiet show before winter. Plant it in June where it gets part sun or light shade. Water deeply while it establishes, then let it settle in. After the first bloom, shear it back once. That single cut can bring fresh leaves and sometimes a second flush of flowers. Hardy geranium is not loud, but it is dependable, and dependable plants are what make a garden look full year after year. Plant 8 garden phlox. If you want a June planting that pays you back with fragrance, plant garden phlox. This is the kind of perennial you notice before you even see it. On a warm summer evening, the scent can drift across the yard and make the whole garden feel softer, calmer, and more alive. Garden phlox, or Phlox paniculata, produces tall stems topped with large flower clusters in pink, purple, white, red, lavender, and beautiful two-tone blends. It blooms in mid to late summer, which makes it perfect for filling the gap after spring flowers fade. Plant it in June in a sunny spot with rich, well-drained soil. Water deeply at the base while it establishes, and avoid wetting the leaves too often. Good airflow matters, because garden phlox can suffer from powdery mildew in humid weather. The easiest way to avoid that problem is to choose resistant varieties. David is a strong white cultivar. Robert Poor gives bold purple-pink color, and other modern types are bred to stay cleaner through summer. Cut a few stems for a vase, and the fragrance can fill a room for days. So with one plant you get garden color, summer scent, and fresh flowers for the house. Plant garden phlox in June, and your yard will not just look better, it will smell unforgettable. Plant 9 goldenrod. Goldenrod has been blamed for fall allergies for years, but it is usually not the real problem. Ragweed is the plant that releases light pollen into the wind. Goldenrod pollen is heavier and sticky, so insects carry it from flower to flower. That means this plant has been unfairly rejected by many gardeners. And that is a shame, because goldenrod is one of the best perennials for late-season color. In June, plant it in full sun with well-drained soil, then give it room. By late summer and fall, goldenrod sends up bright yellow flower sprays that look warm, wild, and full of life. When many summer flowers are fading, this plant is just beginning to shine. Goldenrod is also extremely valuable for pollinators. Bees, butterflies, beetles, and other beneficial insects visit it heavily, especially when fewer flowers are available late in the season. For a home garden, choose a more controlled variety like Solidago rugosa fireworks. It has graceful arching stems and a more elegant shape than the wild roadside types. In a natural area, let it spread. In a formal bed, divide it every few years to keep it contained. Plant goldenrod in June, and your garden will still have color when everyone else's yard is already giving up. Plant 10 lamb's ear. If your garden needs texture, contrast, and a plant people actually want to touch, plant lamb's ear. This perennial is not famous because of its flowers. It is famous because of its leaves. Stachys byzantina has thick, soft, silvery foliage covered in fine hairs. The leaves really do feel like a lamb's ear, and that makes the plant unforgettable. Children touch it. Visitors touch it. Even people who do not care about gardening usually stop when they see it. June is a good time to plant lamb's ear in a sunny, well-drained spot. Once established, it handles heat and dry conditions better than many leafy perennials. Those tiny hairs on the leaves help reduce moisture loss, which is why the plant can stay attractive when other plants start wilting. Use it along pathways, at the front of borders, or as a silver ground cover between taller flowers. Its pale foliage makes purple, pink, red, and blue flowers look stronger by contrast. Do not overwater it. Wet, heavy soil can make the plant struggle. Give it drainage, sun, and space to spread. Plant lamb's ear in June, and your garden gains softness, silver color, and a texture people remember. Plant 11. New England aster. Every garden needs one plant that saves the season at the end. New England aster does exactly that. When summer flowers start fading and the air begins to feel cooler, this perennial suddenly takes over with rich purple, lavender, pink, or white flowers with golden centers. Symphyotrichum novae anglii is one of the best fall-blooming perennials you can add in June. Plant it now, give it full sun, water deeply while it establishes, and by late season it can become one of the most important plants in your yard. The real value is timing. In September and October, many gardens look tired. New England aster looks fresh, bright, and full of purpose. It also provides late nectar for bees and migrating butterflies when food sources are becoming harder to find. Here is the trick most beginners miss. Pinch the stems back once in early summer to keep the plant shorter, fuller, and less likely to flop. That one simple cut creates more branching and more flowers later. New England aster can spread by roots and self-seeding, so divide it every few years to keep it strong and controlled. Plant it in June, and your garden will not fade quietly into fall. It will finish with color, movement, and life. Every plant on this list can change the way your yard looks, not just for one summer, but for years. That is the power of perennials. You plant once, you help them through the first season, and then they begin paying you back with more roots, more flowers, more pollinators, and more free divisions every year. But June planting has rules. Ignore them, and even strong plants can struggle. Rule 1. Plant during the cool part of the day. Early morning or late afternoon is best. Do not drop a new perennial into hot soil at noon and expect it to settle in happily. Rule 2. Water deeply, not lightly. A quick splash on the surface does almost nothing. You want moisture moving down into the root zone where the plant can actually use it. For the first few weeks, deep watering matters more than almost anything else. Rule 3. Mulch, but do not bury the crown. Add a light layer of mulch around the plant to keep the soil cooler and hold moisture longer, but keep mulch away from the center of the plant. If you cover the crown, you invite rot. June is not too late. It is just a different kind of planting window. You are not planting fragile spring dreams anymore. You are planting tough summer performers. Coneflower, daylily, bee balm, black-eyed Susan, yarrow, catmint, hardy geranium, garden phlox, goldenrod, lamb's ear, and New England aster. Choose the right plant for the right spot, water it well, and give it one season to settle in. By next year, that empty space may not look empty at all. So tell me in the comments, which one are you planting first this June, and what zone are you gardening in?